welcome to episode 38 of the Counting Stitches podcast. My name is Bianca, I'm from the Netherlands. You can find me on Ravelry as Bianca SCH, and on Instagram as Jeopardize with an HF to the J. So, different setting because I'm in my parents' house. I'm not showing a lot of their house, so I'm on the floor in the hallway. Which is fine, right? I'm on the floor, so not me scooching around. A little bit of different, little bit of chaotic. I'll make it work, I hope. So, this is my corner of the internet where I talk about knitting, crochet, and everything else that I might think of or go off on a tangent on. So, yeah, month recap also, because, yeah, I fell. I have 2 twisted ankles at the moment, so could have been better. On the other hand, I have a lot of free time to do some knitting or crochet. So I brought my bag. There you go. And yeah, I did in fact finish nothing this month. I started something new. I'm working on something that's been in a closet. I also figured out I have a disliking for sleeves apparently, so challenging my future on that one. Parents also have cats, and they are young cats. This one is 1. Oh, I did finish one thing. I'm wearing it actually. This is Mikey, or as we call him, Mike. He's big for a 1-year-old. Very friendly. Very friendly. Very curious as well, so not surprised he came. This is the varsity top. I don't remember by whom. iPad is dying. Tablet, I don't have an iPad. So I can't look at it. I did this while watching the Viney Maple episode she did on Roll for Scrap. Mine is not out of scrap, it's vacation yarn I got with my friend. And I have a lot of that, so you'll see more of it. I'm using it for other things than a blanket right now. So yeah, let's talk other stuff, because like I said, I haven't finished anything. This is my shroom guy, which I was ranting about last episode, that the cap is being weird. He's also hatless at the moment, because the hat isn't attached yet. I have the hat. I am working on the cap. I am changing the cap to a snoot, scooty, whatever you call them, without a pattern. So I'm working on that, and I want it to be right up, like there, I think. I am currently working on the back. So what I did was I crocheted the contrast color, folded that double so it creates this little folded brim, switched to the red, and now I am slowly decreasing. Let me just, so I don't lose more stitches. I have connected it in the round, and I'm still doing decreases to create a slow hood on that. So the moment I am decreasing every other row. I might switch and do it a little slower, depending on how long I want the hood. But yeah, so that's basically my alternative for the mushroom cap at the moment. He's also to have some frill, which is not here apparently. I think it's at my house, but it's the same color as the contrast color in here. I have a lot of, whoops, just ripped off an arm. I have a lot of balls on the floor at the moment, so yeah. Dumb ways to die. mushroom guy. But we'll finish this probably this month. I just need to put it together and finish the cap. Add some spots on the cap and yeah, keep going. I'm using a 4.5mm for it. It's way... Is it different? It actually has a tummy. Well, it might be, but I like to see it as a tummy. It looks like Baymax. It's bigger than the previous one, which was the goal. I do want to make a smaller one as well. But I haven't gotten around to it yet, so I'll get there eventually. Yeah, I'm just creating some order in the chaos. As you can see, the yarn fur for this one is present. Like, yeah, I'm just working through stuff at the moment. Because the yarn stash is real. It is real. Yeah. So, varsity top was made from the yarn I got for a vacation staycation, really. That is a tradition which you have heard me talk about more if you've seen more of the episodes. A friend and I go on vacation together. We go to a yarn store, we pick out yarn. She picks out yarn, either of us. Then I make something with a set yarn. So for Portugal, I did a blanket. For our first time of London, I did a blanket. And then last year, we went to London and I got yarn for a sweater I am designing. Between that, there was COVID, so we did a staycation and we just went sightseeing around my area because she is city girl, I am country girl. So we went to this old medieval fort, and on the way there we found a yarn store. I got some scheepjes. Scheepjes is local to the Netherlands. I work with it a lot. It's just a basic acrylic. I got some vintage colors. I cannot tell you for the life of them what color they are. I just know I wanted some vintage inspired colors. Well, and that I did. I started making a blanket with it because that was the tradition at that point. And figured out that I had way too little yarn for the pattern I was working on. So dropped it, didn't look at it, and now I am working with the yarn, just making other stuff like this top. But I'm also wanting a hoodie. I saw, and I think a lot of us saw, the vintage daisy pattern, which is a crochet pattern as well. So I am working on those in the same colors. So I do 2 color combos with a brown and a yellow, and if I did the math right, which is a big ask, and I will need 55 whole squares. They are 15 centimeters across, so I would need 55 to make a sweater. I would say a hoodie, but there's no hood. So I would need 55 whole ones. And then to create the neckline, I would need 2 halves. So in total, I would need 56 squares, which it's gonna take a little time. I'm not sure if I have enough of the brown yarn because I've used it for this, but it should be fine. I can get more when I need it and if I need it. As long as I don't need it, I'm not getting it. So, because I'm trying to work through my stash. At this point, I have this much done. No woven in ends, but just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, 8 whole squares at this point. I can finish a square if I focus in about half an hour, which I'm not focused at the moment. I have 1 that I'm currently working on, and this square uses the interlocking method. So basically you start with a color and you do the center. The center is pretty easy to do. It's just, let me scooch up a little. There you go. So you have a center. Then you start with your petal color, which is in this one the yellow, and you just work in the yellow. So 3, skip 1, 3, skip 1, 3, and there's a chain in between. Then you just basically drop that yarn and you attach the contrast color, which in my case is this tan brownish one, and you crochet over your chain spaces, which looks like that. This one is still free because this is my corner. These will form my corners. So in the end, once you're done, it will look like that. For contrast, so these are still loose, and here they are crocheted into, which is awesome technique. It's a little bit finicky, but it will get easier once you get going. So I am now on the round where I will crochet corners and finish this. I have a little bit of this yellow left, which will make a center for the next one, and I have this much of my main color, which I expect will go fully into this. I have more of those. I have 2 of these at home as well. I have 1 of this at home, so I can make more squares, and I'm gonna see how far I'll get before I get some new yarn. If I feel like it, I might record a challenge on this as well, but don't quote me on that because I've been notoriously bad about that. So yeah, I am using a 4.5, which is not visible at all, millimeter hook on this. It's great, creates good squares, and I think it will look very funky. It's gonna be fun. So if you do hear my stomach joining the conversation, I ate something. And at this point, my body doesn't care what I eat. It will grumble its way through that. Yeah, can't fix that. So that's about that. Like I said, I don't have an entire much, but yeah, let's talk about as we're on vacation yarn, my other vacation yarn. And this is a sweater you've seen before. I made some progress on this. I actually finished the body. Let me show you the front. Is that the front? It is the front. And how do I see that? I added short rows. So this is Jane. Jane is using a bow smocking stitch. And I fit. I could say I fit. So let me. This is with yarn that my bestie and I got our latest London trip. So the sleeve will block out a little bit further. I like my sleeves a little bit on the shorter side because I'm clumsy and I will get stuck on stuff. So yeah, there, sleeve, body. Version 1 did not have short rows because I couldn't figure out how to incorporate them. And then at some point my brain was like, well, maybe I can just add them after I joined Split for Sleeves, right? So I tried, it works. It does mean that back of my sweater is longer and it isn't blocked, so you can still see where I did the short rows. But it works. So now there is actually a front and a back to the sweater, which is awesome. I am working on a pattern for this still. Number blindness sucks. It takes time, but I will get there, and then we'll have a sweater. So I got this yarn at Loop in London. Loop, and this is their Angora, Orkney Angora. St. Magnus DK, 50% Angora, 50% wool, 50 grams, approximately 200 meters. I got 6 rolls of this. I would have liked 7, they did not have it. I would also have liked the bottle green instead of the jade color, which is this one, because I like the darker color better, but this was a good second choice, because they had even less of the darker color. It is 20 to 28 stitches to 10 centimeters on 4 or 3.5 millimeter needles, hand wash or dry clean, hand dyed in the Orkney Islands, Scotland. So I have 6 of these, and I am on my last ball at the moment. I will attach it, reattach it, because I did a bit of sleeve with that. Now I've had some issues with this yarn breaking on me. I have had a lot of issues with this yarn breaking on me, and I think that's just me. So yeah, you will find on the inside of my sweater a lot of bits where I have either reattached the yarn or I have small loops because I had smaller breakage. And I've actually dreamt about this sweater falling apart on me because of the breakage. Yeah. It is, however, very soft, very fluffy, very airy. It isn't heavy. It is losing fluff everywhere. I'm hoping that'll get better after I wash and block it. I enjoy the color. But like I said, I have had very much issues, a lot of issues with the yarn breaking on me. I am using a 4mm hook throughout because I felt like it. Yeah. So I am currently making the extra large because that is what I wear. There's a little bit more of positive ease compared to the first version of the Jane sweater. I changed the neckline a little bit. The increases, the way of the increases are done, I've changed a little bit. But otherwise, it is the same sweater. I still wear the other one as well. Just a little bit higher up. Might choke me, might not. I like the danger. But yeah. There's that. I just need to finish the other sleeve. And I was going through my whip pile the other day and I figured out I have 4 sweaters and one, yeah, 4, of which is 1 cardi that needs sleeves. So apparently I have something against sleeves. So I'm gonna finish that for the upcoming month. I might record that as a challenge. See if I can finish that for the next month. And then we're on to the last one. The last one is a test for Marlinka Designs. This test is being run on Instagram by the designer. It is running until the 5th of October. I am a little quick with this because it started the day I decided to check gravity and did a face plant. So I've been on the couch a lot. I'm using yarn from Stash for this. This is the Primrose cardigan. There you go. Also extra large because that is what I wear. It is. Cat is deciding to just head bob my foot. Dude, go bark. Yeah, go bark. Well done, kitty. It is done with the primrose stitch. I managed to get the gauge at a 5mm hook, which meant I had to go down. Looking at the test, I'm not the only one who has to do that. Otherwise, I followed the pattern after I got gauge and it turned out fine. only thing I changed was the circumference of the sleeves. They were a little big on me. I talked to the designer about that, and got the okay to change that so that it would fit a little bit better. Also, I might need to tell you something about the varsity as well, besides what it is and what I made it with. No. So yeah, sleeves were a little bit wide. I'm getting attacked by shoes over here. Fixed that. Now it's great. I just need to add the ribbing up front and buttons. It just needs to close up to there. Yeah, like I said, I'm on the floor. I'm not getting up that easy at the moment. It is slightly cropped, which most designs are at this point. Let me see if I can get them to focus. So yeah, I am using We Love yarn from Hobie, which I still hadn't stashed. I had 8 balls of it. I am a little short, so I ordered some extra to finish. 5mm and 4.5mm hook. Enjoying it. It's nice. It's simple. It is to repeat basically after you get through the ribbing. I enjoyed it. It is a very beginner friendly. Like I said, I'm enjoying it. I don't have something bad to say about this. It is the color Dusty Rose, which apparently I have a lot of pinks because I had some more pink yarn. I was like, well, I have a ball somewhere I can finish the ribbing. Every ball is another shade of pink. Like, I'm not 50 shades of gray, I'm 50 shades of pink. Yeah, yarn should get here tomorrow. I'm leaving this at my parents' house because the yarn is getting here delivered here anyway. So I'll finish this probably tomorrow or the day after. Yeah, I would make it again. I would make it longer. Okay, this is a kind of pattern that would work with a oversized knee-length cardigan. It is cozy. It is feminine. Yeah, I would make it again. Maybe not right now because I am finishing stuff, but I would make it again. Then again, if I get bored enough with my knitting, I might just push it in there. I have yarn. We'll see. But yeah, so like it. Yeah, that's everything I have at the moment. I did buy some yarn, basic acrylic. I'm gonna make some F-bombs. I don't know when, but yeah, I bought yarn with that intention, basically. So plan for now is work on my squares, work on my various sleeves. I have at least 3 pairs of sweaters and a cardigan that still need sleeves, all knit. So I will get to that. And I'm hoping to start grading this as well, because sweater weather is coming. And I'm hoping I'm able to find someone who is willing to test this for me. It is the first I will make all the sisters, so that hopefully it can be sold as a full bundle. I'm looking at some other stuff to think testers for testing, because I realize how much time testing takes and I enjoy it. But I realize it takes time out of your day. It takes time out of your mental capacity to test patterns for a designer. And I love it when designers as well, if you test for me and everything is done correctly, I will give you an extra pattern. I'm looking at other ways to also thank the tester. I just need to figure it out. So for now I will work on that, and yeah, I'll give you updates when and if, and otherwise you will see me in October. Yeah, so if you made it this far, let me know what you're working on. Oh, varsity. Worked on a 4.5mm hook. Elongated the body because 15 rows gave me that much length and I want the boob edge to be covered. So I elongated a lot. It's still cropped because if I raise my hands, you can still see this is where my bra ends. Yeah, I had fun with this. It was a good 2-day make. Other than that, I think we're okay. I don't have a lot to show you. I will see if I can put up a challenge where I finish some sleevils. Sleevils, because sleeve, evil. I hate them. Yeah, and otherwise I'll see you in October. If you got a method, let me know what you're working on. Other than that, I have nothing but chaos. I hope everyone is well, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.